Welcome back. We are now going to do our very popular pin test segment. We saw this on Pinterest. Anna and I, she's one of the people you don't see behind the scenes, so we thought it was really cute. It's called a fruit flag pizza. Take a look. This is what it looks like on Pinterest. Pretty snazzy. It looks kind of fancy, and it looks like the kind of decorating I can do. Placement as opposed to actual frosting. I can do placement. So here's the deal. We're going to test it. We're not using the recipe that I found online. We kind of made our own, so this is to my liking a little bit more. First thing you want to do is take your baking pan, like a cookie sheet. I have been using lately coconut oil spray. I really like this cooking spray. It's a little bit sweeter than you would get on your regular cooking spray. So you know me, I'm going to lighten things up. We're not going to grease anything. We're just going to use the spray. The coconut is really good though, so try it. It's a little bit more expensive. You're going to take a crescent roll seamless dough that you can buy right in the refrigerator case at the grocery store. You know, you've never seen me make dough. I can make dough. I choose not to. So we're just going to unroll the crescent roll, and you want it to be in flag shape. So just kind of squish it around a little bit so that it's in a rectangle shape. Easy enough to do, right? This is the easy part because it's going to take a little while to turn this into a flag. But that's all you have to do. I also did a little bit of coconut spray on the top after. Okay, so with this, all you have to do though is put it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. I did mine a little long, so it's a little browner than I might have picked. But this is the one we did earlier in the day. And there it is. Pretty good. All right, see that there? Again, I've got mine a little bit brown. And what we're going to do is make kind of a cream topping. Now this is where I improvised a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to put this to the side. You want this to be room temperature when you put the second layer on it. So here's my improvisation. This is the dip that I made. You can use this as a dip, or you could use it as the spread that we're going to do for this flag. But we have in equal parts a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, a 1/4 cup of, I used, here it is, Light and Fit Dannon yogurt, and then 1/2 cup about of light cream cheese. I use the fat-free cream cheese because I'm adding the sugar. I'm trying to cut somewhere else, and that's going to be with the sugar, or with the cream cheese rather. So that, these 3 ingredients are it. That's all you need for the dip. We're going to spread it on the bread, but like I said, it can just as easily be a dip. Move these 3 out of the way. All right, so just mix that together. I softened the cream cheese in the microwave. Well, actually Josie did for me. And just, this doesn't even have to be super smooth. It's not like frosting that it has to be, you know, perfect. But there you go. That's all you do. All right, this is cool enough for me to spread it. And look how easy, by the way. I've got it on the cookie sheet, but because we sprayed it, you should be able to put it on anything you want. Much better looking than a cookie sheet. All right, so if you saw, this again was a 1/4 cup of the sugar, a 1/4 cup of the yogurt, and 1/2 cup of our light cream cheese. Just spread it on the dough. And you want to go as far to the edges as you can. So it's okay to get all the way to the end because we're going to be putting our fruit on top all the way to the edge. We make a border with the blueberries according to the Pinterest picture. So at first I thought, oh, I don't want it on the edges, but then I was wrong because it doesn't stick unless you put it on the edges. So put all that on there for your fruit dip. And here's why I say it's a dip. If you wanted to and just leave this without the bread, if you're trying to lose weight, like I always am, you can forget about the flag part of this situation and just dip your fruit in this. But we're going to make the whole thing. This is the version of this dessert that everybody in the family will eat. Like I said, my kids were eating this when I was practicing this at home. But before I move on to make the beautiful flag on here, I want to show you the other ways, because my kids are fit and trim and they don't worry about dieting, and you know me, I always do. So as I was making this, I thought, well, this isn't going to fit in with my plan today. So I made another dip or spread. This is even easier. This is Dannon. I'm using Dannon Light and Fit yogurt with agave nectar, okay? It's equal parts of both, and it's really good. but this is even lighter spread you can put on the bread. Or, like I did here, forget the bread and just make yourself layers, okay? And all we care about with these layers is that they're red, white, and blue. It doesn't matter, doesn't have to be neat, but this is what I did with this glass here. I red, white, and blued them. So those are our toppings, by the way. Bananas, blueberries, and I also have some blackberries, but just layer them on there. And because I made this lighter dip, let's see, move this over here. Because I made this lighter dip, I can actually spoon it into my dessert so that I'm having a little bit lighter dessert, but I don't feel like I'm depriving myself when the kids are eating the little bit higher calorie dessert. So that is my lighter dessert, and then you can put a little whipped cream on top like I did here. So that is the lighter version of what I'm about to do here. So what I'm about to do here, well, it's art. You just can't say it's anything else but art. I needed a picture, but what you're going to do is take your blueberries and make the blue part of the flag. See how fast I can do this. I don't know. I got a done one. So let's see. Just place them. My personal feeling is it doesn't have to be neat because I can't be neat. I'm just not a neat person, right? But this is going to take a while. So do that. Then you're going to border the entire thing with blueberries all the way around. What you do with the strawberries is cut them into little half moons, and you start making these stripes with the half moon. And then the other layer is banana, okay? And you're gonna just do that and do that and do that. Now, I have a done one, which is right here. And I will tell you, let me move the one out of the way so you can see it with the above camera. Putting this together took me about 15 minutes. So this part, the actual decorating part, took about 15 minutes. That's what it looks like done. And when you finish, you might want to do a little bit of powdered sugar on the top. But I will tell you, this was a pin win. I loved it. So we give it a pin win. It's going to be on fullplate.tv. It's on my Pinterest page. I'll also give you the recipe for my very, very special fruit dip, which you can use on this or just dip right in there. So thanks for watching. And again, visit us on fullplate.tv or on Rebecca Rainier's Full Plate on Facebook. See you next time.
Furniture Palace.